Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Sheriff Zombie Cat.
And this is our review of the Threezero 1/6 scale Michonne action figure. Boom.
It has sound effects.
Yes. Because what the hell? They came out with the pet walkers. How long ago was that?
Like 3 million years ago?
Yeah, it might have been 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
3 million!
It's been a really long time, and ever since they made the pet walkers, it's like, well, you gotta have Michonne to go with it. And finally, she is out now.
Finally!
I mean, it took forever. And I pre-ordered this from Threezero's website, because usually I think if you pre-order on there, then you'll get them usually before other sites will get them. You could also pre-order her with the walkers as a set, but I already had the 2 pet walkers, so I just got Michonne, obviously. Pretty much everything, every toy I order online, I get like an email notification or whatever, and it says, your item has shipped, and then I keep checking tracking. Well, one day I just came home, and I knew one of my packages was there, and then I seen another package, I'm like, what is this? And it said right in the outside of the box, Walking Dead Michonne. I'm like, what? I didn't even get a notification that this was coming.
It just showed up.
Yeah, it just appeared, and I checked my emails, and there's nothing in there.
It's because that's how she did it on the show. She just showed up.
Yep.
So that's what she does when she comes to your house. Shows up like, what's up, bitch?
But then later that night, after I already got it, at 11:30 p.m. around then, that's when I got a notification that it shipped. After I already got it. It's like, what?
Hey, you should have gotten a notification that says, this arrived at your house 12 hours ago.
But the good thing about this was it was a pleasant surprise, because I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I was at work and he messaged me and he's like, hey, Michonne came. And I'm like, what?
But yeah, nice picture over there on the side. I think this is from a later season though, because the figure's based on season 3, like pretty much her first appearance.
I like her shirt twine in that picture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a later season. And there you can see the blood splatter, AMC.
The hit TV series.
Yeah, that's definitely from a later season. Like, I don't know, 6 or something like that, 5, 6. And over there it just says Michonne, but this has a little flip cover thingy. It opens up, and there's a nice big picture over there. That's pretty cool. And you can see her in there, but she has some plastic on her. I did have her out already and looked at her, so some of the plastic I already took off. Yeah, let's open her up and get her out of there. So here's basically how the first layer of the package looks when you take it out. I already removed there's plastic that was in like her ankles. I had to take out, and also underneath of her neck. So you got to take her head off to get that off. And there's the second layer. See her swords in there, her katana, and then her sheath, a purse, and her poncho. Okay, so there she is opened up. And there are her accessories. And having looked at her, I already looked at her yesterday a little bit. I do have some issues, but overall I do really like it. But yeah, I do have issues, like mostly with like the clothes.
Yeah, there's one issue that's like immediately very, very noticeable.
Yeah.
And it's that her pants don't fit.
Well, one thing is her pants are usually tight in the show, and they're kind of loose here. Now that part doesn't bother me as much because it gives her better articulation. But it's up here around the waist area.
In the crotch.
Yeah.
Like, it just does not look right.
It looks bulky. It just looks kind of funny. And another little thing is the vest looks kind of bulky. I mean, that's hard.
It's not too bad, though.
No, I mean, that's similar to, like, when you buy a figure that has, like, a leather jacket or something. It's usually a little bulkier and has the big zipper. And that's kind of the way this is. But it's not too bad. But I really like the likeness. I think out of the 3 humans that have been released, her, Merle, and Rick, I think her likeness is the best. But we'll look at her head a little closer in a little bit.
I think Merle's would be the best if they didn't give him a 7 head.
Yeah, he's got...
instead of a 4 head.
He's got a huge forehead. And Rick he just looks really off. You got to get Rick in certain angles just to even tell that
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell it's supposed to be him, but I
Looks
mean...
like Rick's cousin.
Yeah. But I really think this looks like Danai a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did a good job on it. Now we'll go over the figure a little bit before we start messing with putting the accessories on her. But there you can see the head. And I really think that looks like her. I think they did a really good job on that.
Mm-hmm. Her face is really good. And it's even an expression that she makes consistently.
Yeah. Just a very serious, determined, I don't know, just no nonsense face that she makes. Like she's in the zone. That kind of face. And they did a really good job of... Oh, I thought that was sculpted on. That's actually a real cloth headband. What the hell?
Oh, really?
I know. I've messed with this figure like a whole bunch yesterday, and
I really thought that was sculpted on.
yeah, I thought that was sculpted on a headband, but it's real cloth and a real little string.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And her hair is like plastic, like it's kind of rubbery, flexible. I mean, you can't pose it or anything, but it's just...
You can move her head around good, though.
That works pretty good. I like that. Because I was kind of worried that it would be too stiff and would just, you know, wouldn't let you turn the head. But that's pretty cool. And I think they did a good job of sculpting that hair, too.
Mm-hmm. It looks really nice.
Like, I was always kind of wondering if they made a Michonne how they would do it. Would they use real hair or what?
I think real hair would look bad.
Probably.
I don't think real hair dreads on a toy would look very good. I mean, I could be wrong. It just seems like it would be messed up.
Yeah. Now, one thing that a lot of people were worried about, and this is one of those things that might be a problem over time, is her arms. Because it's got like this rubbery arms. It's not like a Fison. It's just more like plastic that's rubbery. And a lot of people said this could deteriorate over time, and maybe it could. I don't know.
It also doesn't look great when it's bent.
No, that's another thing. But I don't know if I would prefer this or a joint being shown, because a joint being shown would be very ugly and take away from the realism of the figure. So it's like really... Because even though that looks a little funny going like that...
This still looks better than a joint.
Yeah, a joint would probably look worse. But still, I don't know how this will last over time. And also this, you can see that little sharp point there is kind of poking through a little bit. So that could wear out over time. I don't know.
It might be like Gamora, where she got the lines in the
elbow
pits.
Yeah, Gamora, the Hot Toys Gamora that we have has a little... Well, their problem was it was painted.
Yeah.
And the paint was coming off in her joints. But I don't think this is painted. I think it's just the color of the plastic they used. And it doesn't look like there's any kind of paint detail on the arms. But, I mean, it looks alright.
It looks kind of shaded a little bit. I don't know. I can't tell.
Maybe. But the glossiness looks like skin, so that's good. And it matches like the chest. Well, the chest, I think, is also the same material. So you can see her... Mm-hmm. Her neck is... Yeah, her neck is the same.
But, I mean, it matches her face, too, and that's hard.
Yeah. All of her skin matches. Yeah, that's pretty good. And you get down to her gloves. And just like in the show, the color of her gloves blend into her skin a little bit. That always bugged me. It's like her gloves just look too close to her skin. But I mean, that's the way she is in the show, so they got it. That looks pretty good.
I just... those pants. Why?
Yeah. Like I said, the pants look really good, I think, in the preview pictures, but it seems like in person they're a little bit looser. But like I said, the articulation's pretty good. So I think that's why they're more loose now, but...
Honestly, like, as much as we sometimes complain about the articulation being limited, I would rather her pants fit because she looks like she's wearing an old lady diaper.
Well, I just realized if you pull it down a little bit, it seems to look a little better.
It looks better. It still doesn't look right.
Yeah. It was sitting up a little higher. And they seem to do a pretty nice job on her vest. I like that they got that little patch there that you always see. And this looks really nice.
Yeah, that looks good. That's
little
impressive.
Metal eyelets with real string in there. That looks really good. It's pretty impressive. We got the little pocket sewn in there. The zipper. And I'm never sure about the zippers, because, I mean, it's cool it's got a working zipper, but they always look a little oversized. So it's like, good and bad at the same time. You can actually unzip it. Well, at least I think you can. Oh, maybe you can't. You might not be able to. It looks like there might be a string there to stop you from unzipping it all the way.
Yeah, I think there is.
So I don't think you can take the vest off unless you cut it off. And there is her belt, which I think they did an awesome job on. They got all them little rivets and studs on there, or whatever you call them little things. Looks pretty good. I thought her belt was black, but maybe not.
I don't know.
Got a little real working metal buckle there. And one thing that's really good about the pants is that they're very worn looking, like they got all kinds of dirt and dust all over it. Looks good. And the seams and everything look really good, like the pocket, the cargo pants pocket, and these seams here, and then they even got a working zipper down at the bottom. And that all looks really good. Whatever you call it, like a bleach stain or something, it looks really good. Or maybe that's just mud. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just dirt.
Pockets on the back. So the pants are made really well. Oh, we didn't talk about her pink shirt. And she does have a pink shirt. This almost seems maybe a little too bright.
It's a little bit more purpley.
Yeah, I think it is a little more pinkish purple. So I don't know. I mean, that's all right.
It's like a fuchsia.
Yeah. Then you get down to her boots. And they are very muddy. It looks like she's been walking in like thick mud that dried on her boots.
Yeah, I would say they're pretty good, except they just put too much mud on them. I was picking a cat hair off.
And also, her boots, the material looks black when you see them. Here it looks like it's made out of brown leather. And it really looks like they're black on the show, so I think maybe the color's off. But I could be wrong. Like, I always thought they were black. I don't know. But they still did a nice job on them. I like that they got... Because often in the early episodes, she had the...
One flipped up and one flipped down.
Yeah, these are flipped down here. That one's up. And they got all them little rivets painted on, which all look pretty good. And it is seen that they hit the Threezero logos on the bottom. And the little 2017 AMC. She also got some socks under there, which look like they're wrapped into the...
That looks funny.
Yeah. So I guess if you pop her shoes off, the sock will be there, the peg sticking out. So the boots and the pants and everything are done pretty well with how they're made.
It's just that the waist doesn't want to sit right.
Yeah. Like maybe if you mess with it, you can get it right. I mean, I haven't messed with trying to adjust it yet, so maybe it can be fixed. I don't know. Okay, so my cat adjusted her pants, had to undo the belt.
I loosened it a notch so that I could pull them down further, and they look a lot better now.
Yeah,
Still not perfect, but way better.
Yeah, they're not standing out as funny now. So here is her katana in sheath. In the package, this was spun around backwards. It's just the way it's fit into the plastic, the way it sits in there. So you gotta spin that around. Unless you don't care, but I do.
You should care.
Yeah. And this is adjustable. At first I thought it wasn't. It almost seemed like it was glued in place or something, but you really gotta mess with it. And you should probably be careful. Like, I think this is metal, but I'm not sure. It might be plastic. But even if it is metal, it still might break.
I think probably part of the reason it felt like it was stuck is because if you look at the tanning on the leather, it looks like they put a wash or something over it.
Yeah,
after it was put together.
It seemed like it was too long is why I adjusted it. Like it really seemed to be hanging low on her, so I adjusted it a little tighter. But I think this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And they got that, it almost looks like they really wrapped that, but it's just sculpted in and painted, but it still looks pretty good.
And the sword fits into it really nice and snug.
Yeah. I'm always like kind of worried after some of the McFarlane figures. Because the early Michonnes, this worked fine, but then some of the later ones it's like, I won't go in. But this goes in nice and smooth. And it even kind of snaps in when you get it right there.
I think it's because like the gold around the bottom.
Yeah.
But it makes it fit really nice and tight.
The sword looks pretty cool. However, like a lot of the 6-scale figures that have swords, sometimes this is real metal and sometimes it looks really real. This one doesn't look as real. Like it just looks like plastic. I mean, it's still alright.
It doesn't look shitty, though. Like, it just,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like real metal.
It looks good, but yeah, like you said, it doesn't look like real metal. I just noticed, though, they don't have the symbol on there. See, there's a little symbol, like, imprinted on the blade, and it's not there.
It's not a big deal.
No.
Unless you're super picky.
And here's the handle. The handle looks alright. Got the straps on there. They did get this part. Got the symbol on that, what do you call that, the guard. And then got little gold spots in there. And then the hands she has on are relaxed hands, but she also comes with sword holding hands. And she comes with her, like, cloak, poncho, whatever you want to call that thing.
And I'm pretty impressed with the cloak.
Yes, me too.
So it looks like a burlappy material, but it is super soft and flexible, like a soft knit.
Mm-hmm. I want one to wear. And she comes with this purse thingy, or whatever you want to call this. Like, I don't think she used this very much.
I would just say it's like a messenger bag.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it has a working little snap. You can actually stick stuff in there if you have something. She can stick
Her hands.
Yeah, her extra hands can go in there. And is this one open? Yep, you can stick something in there too. I don't know what you put in there. Maybe
Tampons.
if she had, yeah, if she had an extra wrist peg or something. It looks like it has a little metal adjustable. Yeah, it feels like metal, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's metal. So that's adjustable if you want to adjust it. And it's really weathered, like they got dust and dirt on there. Looks pretty good. Looks like she's been out there.
Like, I really don't give a shit about this bag, but they did a really good job on it.
Yeah,
it looks
really
nice.
weathered.
I just don't care. You can just stick it on a lady zombie.
Yeah. Alright, so there she is. We switched the hands. And she's holding the sword and put the sheath on her back. So that looks pretty cool. And it's really easy to get the sword into her hand. No problem with that. It's not too difficult. Well, oh yeah, that's one thing I want to mention. I don't know if this will be on everybody's, but the hands are really loose. Yeah, it's told by some.
Kind of sitting there.
Yeah, it's told by some people to put some glue on it, let it dry, and then stick it back in, and maybe it'll work a little better. But yeah, it'll stay in. It's just that it's very easy to pull out. So it's not like it's just gonna fall out. It stays in. It's just, it pops out easy when you're moving around and messing with it. Yep. Yeah, pretty easy to get her in a two-handed pose. Like I said, it pops out. No laughing. Once you get it in there, then you're good.
I'm dying.
That looks pretty cool. I mean, I think her hands probably need to be adjusted a little bit.
Got you.
That's cool.
As you move her around, her pants keep riding back up.
Oh yeah, they do. There's another pose. So you can get her in some good two-handed poses with the sword. So that's pretty cool. And there's another pose she does a lot, where she holds it over her head. So you can get a lot of good poses out of this. And there she is pretending she has a wiener. Okay, so there she is in her poncho. What's this? Pretty damn cool. I think it looks really awesome.
I think it's a cloak.
Cloak, whatever.
To me, a poncho doesn't have a hood, but that could just be because I'm weird.
Ponchos have hoods.
Rain ponchos.
Yeah. So it takes you gotta work with it a little bit. You can't just stick it on, because if you just stick it on, the hood's kind of sitting up funny like that or something. So you gotta kind of work it down. But then usually you mess with it and it'll stay. And she looks all mysterious like she does when she first appeared to Andrea.
She looks like they haven't cast her yet.
Yeah. And also that she might just be a Jedi. But that's cool, and I like the little eyelets and the string. But yep, I think it's pretty cool. And then you can also put it down, as she has it sometimes, and it looks pretty good. Put it down. Because sometimes when a figure has a hood you can put down with real cloth, it'll stick up funny like that or something, but hers actually kind of goes down pretty good. So there she is with a purse on her, or whatever you want to call that, satchel or whatever. Really, I barely even remember this thing. But there it is if you want to see it. Okay, so we'll go over articulation now. Now start up at the head. So your head can go back. See, this rubbery joint, you can kind of move it back, but then it won't stay. Then some positions it'll stay. Like back about that far, it'll stay. Not much forward, it'll stay. And then turn side to side. Turn the head. Tilt it a little bit. Then at the shoulders, pretty much go everywhere you want it. And lots of range in the shoulders. Really good there. Then at the elbows, here with the rubbery plastic, you can bend it further than it will stay. You can bend it way back there, but then it kind of pops back into about a 90-degree.
And it's also poking out, so you got to be careful with that. You don't mess it up.
There's no directions or anything, so there's no, like with hot toys, you usually get warnings. Don't go this far or whatever, but this, you don't really get any warnings. But yeah, like you see how that's poking through, you might not want to bend it too far. And I'm not sure if it twists or not inside of there. I don't think it does. Then the wrist, it could spin. And then there's a hinge joint. Then at the torso, so you go back and forward really far.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Side to side, pretty good. You could twist. So lots of range there.
She could be a belly dancer.
Then at the hips, do pretty much a split. You can kick. And yeah, it feels like there's a cut in there, so it can spin a little bit. And double joint at the knee. I'm not sure if anything spins down here. Well, the boots spin. I think that's it, yeah. I think it's a ball joint there. So, yeah, pretty good articulation on that. So yeah, her articulation is pretty good.
Her head is a little bit limited, but it's more because of her neck and not her hair. Her hair is actually pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, they're really good at the torso, and especially up at these shoulders. Shoulders are really good.
Mm.
And her legs are pretty good. That's one thing about the pants, though. If her pants were tighter, how she usually wears them, they probably would have a lot less range. But it's pretty good. So finally, there she is next to her pet walkers. And that is cool, finally seeing that. Finally having the official Michonne and her pet walkers together.
Dude, as much as it sucks to cover up her face because it looks good, I kind of want to pose them like this. It just looks so cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't want to cover up the face.
I do like her face. I mean, we could have her with her face out with the hood down and have her still have her walkers.
Yeah. That looks pretty cool, too.
I still have to say, though, of all the things they made, I like the pet walkers the best.
That's what I said, too. I think the best Walking Dead figures they made are the two pet walkers so far. Mm-hmm. They just did such an awesome job on everything. Like the sculpt is absolutely amazing, and
they're so much more detailed.
Yeah, the clothes. Like, look how awesome these jeans are. I mean, they did such an awesome job on them, and everything's weathered really nice. I think they just did such a much better job on these walkers. And
but there's also the fact that they didn't have to worry about accuracy as much. They just had to worry about awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it gets a little tougher when you got to get an actor's face. But,
they just look so good.
Mm-hmm. But they look even better with her standing in front of them, like it should be.
She looks like a cute little mushroom.
And there she is from season 3, episode
400.
400, yes. When she did that. And there she is without the poncho on and her pet walkers. Pretty cool. And there she is a little bit closer to her pet walkers. Ooh. So that's her ex-boyfriend or fiance or whatever he was and his friend. So there's Michonne next to her boyfriend, Rick. Now these outfits are before they became lovers or whatever.
Became
together lovers.
Together lovers. They're Valentines.
But that's cool seeing them together. Like I said, we had issues with Rick's face. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just
you can tell it's supposed to be him. It just doesn't look like him.
Yeah. But it helps when you stay on the show next to her, because then it really makes it look like him a little more. And that's cool seeing them together. Finally have two good guy characters together, because really...
You want to eat some chocolate pudding?
What?
We gotta call Carl first.
Oh, well, they didn't make a Carl yet. So right after I pulled Rick away, she kind of fell backwards. And
she looks very, very annoyed that you let her fall down.
Yeah, not happy about it.
Why am I laying down?
So there's Michonne next to the Threezero Merle Dixon.
Also known as Seven-Head Merle.
Mm-hmm. And these two kind of hated each other. They had a little fight in the woods. And also they had a good moment towards the end there when they kind of saw eye to eye a little bit. Right before Merle ended up sacrificing himself. But, yeah, it's cool seeing them together.
They both have pointy weapons.
Yeah. And there's the unofficial knockoff. Is that right? I think it's kind of redundant to say unofficial knockoff.
He's the knockoff Negan.
Yeah.
It's good alliteration.
He's either the unofficial Negan or the knockoff Negan, whatever you want to call him. But he's not by Threezero. Threezero's isn't out yet. But, yeah, that's the only Negan available at the moment until Threezero's is released. But that's cool. They both got their iconic weapons, her katana and his Lucille baseball bat. They both like leather, too, with their oversized zippers. So there's the Threezero Michonne next to the McFarlane 10-inch statue. They call it an action figure, but it's a statue. But yeah, this one's got a really goofy pose where I think she's fighting at the same time she has to pee.
And also breaking her ankle.
Yeah.
Possibly both ankles.
I mean, the detail on the clothes on this is awesome and stuff, but the pose is just awkward. And you can't really do anything else with it. So it's cool you get this one where you can actually pose it around. And the hair looks much better on this one. And this one's got bloodshot eyes for some reason. And I think the likeness is better on the Threezero. Okay, so I really like this figure. I'd say out of Rick, Merle, and Michonne, I like Michonne the best. I also really like the Merle. But
I agree. His forehead's just too big.
Yeah, his if it wasn't for his forehead, he might be my favorite. But
yeah.
But I love Michonne, and I think they did an excellent job here. Let's see, the only real issue I have with it is the pants are just kind of funny. Everything else.
But if you get her in pose and then wiggle them around, you can get them to look okay.
Yeah, like right now, I think it looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I love that likeness. I love the face, the headband, the hair. All looks really good. Mm-hmm. The sword looks good. The sheath, the belt, the boots. And the pants look good.
If you get them on right.
Yeah, like they're pretty nice pants. And the weather detail on it's pretty nice. Seams and everything are good. And the poncho is awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Normally I wouldn't care about the poncho, but I really like it. It's like one of them things where like I almost wish I had two of her so I can display one with the poncho on.
I can just wear it. It's the same thing, right?
No. But I really like the figure. The articulation is pretty good too. So yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I like her more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm. I do recommend it. Well, the other thing is the loose wrist joints. That's another thing. They're kind of loose. I mean, they're staying in. It's just that they are kind of loose. They'll stay in when you pose them, but they might pop out if you're moving around. So it's not that big a deal. Well, I love it.
I like it a lot. I don't know if I love it, but I do like it a lot.
Well, that's Miss Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombiecat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Hey, Rick. Michonne.
Yeah, sorry. I'm finally here.
Well, I didn't think you'd ever come.
Yep. It's about time, but I'm here.
Hey! Hey, you! Jerk off!
What?
Yeah, that's right. It's about time you showed up. Yeah. What the hell?
What? Walkers can't talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if walkers could talk, you guys don't even have bottom jaws. So you shouldn't be able to talk.
Well, we're talking, damn it.
Rick, sometimes I go a little crazy and I hear them talk. Are you hearing this too?
Yeah, I am. And they sound pissed.
So what do you want?
You realize how long we've been standing here, waiting.
What do you mean?
We've been standing here waiting for you for like 2-3 years. I don't even know. I lost count of the days. Waiting for you, holding your big bags of shit and with these chains wrapped around us. Got no arms or mouths. Can't eat nobody. Just rotting away for you, waiting. You finally decide to show your face after all this time.
Sorry, I knew it wasn't up to me.
Wasn't up to you. Huh, sounds like an excuse to me, doesn't it? Yeah, that sounds like a shitty excuse. Shitty excuse. Don't stop that gurgly stuff. Sorry about the gurgling. I can't. It's hard not to do.
Look, I'm sorry. It just took a long time for me to get here. I couldn't help it. But I'm here now.
Oh, you're here now. That's what you're gonna say. Well, we're done with you because we found somebody else to hang out with.
What? Who?
Somebody who truly appreciates us.
Yeah, they're talking about me. I posed with them for 2 minutes just because you weren't there. Now they think that I'm taking care of them. Well, I'm not. They're yours. Take them. They're annoying. They stink. Have fun. I'm out of here. Did you just see that green lady?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just checking.
Can't believe her. So ungrateful. Kept her company all this time.
Yeah, I don't really have use for walkers anymore, so you should probably just run along. Hey! I'll take them. They look like a lot of fun. And just who the hell are you? Oh, I'm Harley Quinn. And I think it'd be pretty cool to have a couple walking corpses to hang around with. Let's go, guys!
Oh, I'll follow that booty anywhere. Hell yeah, let's go, lady.
What the hell is going on around here, Rick? Come back to this weirdness?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on around here. Just wait till you meet Shithead Jackson and Dr. Douche Dick.
Shithead and Dr. White?
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe and eat. Oh, damn it.